In this video, we're gonna talk about the games sent to us, the games we played, tried out. So you're gonna see new games here. We're gonna rank them immediately in 3 piles.
So the first one goes into our collection.
Second pile is games that our friends could have.
We don't really need to own them, but we would like to play them from time to time.
And the third one is someone else's collection.
Which means we were not wise enough to understand how great this game is, but somebody else might. So this is the Undaunted Mega Giga Pack. This box has 1, 2, 3 Undaunted games. We got sent one of those games, which is Battle for Britain, the airplane one.
Undaunted is a history game. 1 versus 1 or 2 versus 2. It's a deck building game.
It is deck building through and through.
On your turn, you will play cards, and these cards will let you do actions.
Most of the time, those will let you activate squads, airplanes, tanks, while trying to accomplish your objective, which is usually controlling a certain hex.
The one sent to us, Battle of Britain, is all about airplanes, so you're maneuvering with the airplanes and trying to hit opponents' planes while they are trying to down your planes.
Not a very complex game.
No.
It's fairly quick. With 2 players, it takes around, I'd say, less than an hour. I mean, it has everything I love in the games. It has conflict, it has history, it has deck building.
Few cards represent a plane, and when opponent shoots down a plane, you lose those cards.
Yeah, it gets hit, and that's like its life.
And really feels thematic, especially with the planes. I love the movement and maneuvering. Really nice.
Yes.
Well, from my part, it's voices in my head. Each player will control one of the voices in a man's head. This man is at court and being sued for his misbehavior. Each of those voices will have a character. For example, you could want him to be trialed. That little voice that says, "Hey, you are guilty. You need to get punished." And how you can do that is by playing these discs you have, placing them on top of these piles, and then pushing them into those platforms. Okay. So if you, for example, have 2 influence on there, I will try to push mine so you would fall off and I would have more power over that brains part. And one of you will play the prosecutor. Prosecutor could ask you a question. He could place a card to ask him, "Hey, why is your foot moving weirdly?" So to provoke some kind of answers and give strength to other players and not others. This game shines with a lot of players, 5 to 6 I would suggest, and it's really interesting concept. The problem is a lot of players did not feel like they have a lot of influence, because if you're just one there that want to achieve something, then you don't have a lot of power. You feel like just a cog in a machine. Really unique. Something I'd suggest you try, because I don't think you will ever play something like this. And I would put it in friends collection. Okay. It's not something I would buy from the shelves for sure, but I would love to play it again.
Okay. Paperback Adventures is a solo game, which again is a deck builder. But in this game, you essentially are fighting monsters, and if you defeat the boss, you win the game. If you lose, you have to start everything over. This is a very unique deck builder in that way that you are playing letters. You're playing letters to create words, and the bigger the word, the more you can do in your turn. The more defense you can have, the more attack you can have, and all kinds of other abilities. It is a very unique concept.
You also can use items to help you, and you level up through all of these monsters. Really nice components as well, where you have life points here.
You have your own life points, then you have the life points of the monster here.
On your turns, you pick the letters, play them, use the attacks or defenses, and then the bad guy goes and gives you damage, or uses like some superpowers to mess up your turns and tries to get rid of you. And especially as a non-native speaker, it's a challenge, yet a really fun challenge where I learn words and sometimes even Google words. Is this a word? I think it is. It's like Scrabble for people who like Game Boy.
I don't know as many words as I thought I do. There must be a 4-letter word out of these letters. Come on, think. I want to keep this in my collection.
Yeah. In worst case, friends collection. I have a bundle deal,
Yeah,
which doesn't go together at all.
Okay.
But they're not quite board games, so I mixed them together. So, hand games. You know rock, paper, scissors, right?
I do.
Simple game that you can use from time to time, but what if you get bored of it? So there's tons of different games you can play here. So we're gonna play air pong. Left, middle, and right. Server, toss an invisible ball in the air. Hit it with paddle and yell 1, 2, or 3. Receiver must wave their paddle in the cold zone within 1 second. Yell a zone number to hit back ball to the opponent.
This is ridiculous.
If you miss or take over a second, your rival wins the point. I
1
serve
second.
2.
I didn't say.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
let's one.
Okay.
Serve.
So. 3.
1.
No, I didn't.
Can we do back and forth at least once? Oh, serve. 2.
3.
It's impossible. Brain doesn't work that fast. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. Oh!
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's called Hand Games 21 and it's by Don Eskridge, which you might know from such a game as Resistance.
Something I really enjoy.
Yeah.
It goes in my collection because I feel like at the right moment, this is great to pull out. So I said this is the bundle deal.
Yeah,
right?
you did, yeah. So can we get an actual board game?
No. But we can get board game related thing. So what this is boxes with dice. For example, this is Nemesis box. You will open it up and you get 2 things. Number 1 is a card that you can add to your game, which is basically a unique rule set. Plus you get really cool looking dice. This is noise die for Nemesis.
Wow, this is so creepy.
A die that's put together from parts of aliens. So this is not something you have to have. This is very extra. But if you have everything Nemesis, all the expansions, have played it and still play it. Do you need it? No. But will I use it? Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, no more deck builders.
Okay.
But let's do some historical games anyway. One player is playing the suffragist movement and trying to push for so women can vote in the United States. And the other player is playing the opposition and trying to stop them from achieving their goals. It's essentially an area control game. So on your turn, you will play a card to either do its action or spend the points on the card for different kind of actions. So for example, you could spread your influence, you could roll some dice to remove influence of the other player. It's a quite straightforward light game. You can also play it a full co-op variant, so you can all try to do the good thing. What it does the best is the historical flavor. The research that has gone into the game is insane. I mean, look at all the flavor that's just little booklets from the time and information and materials and newspaper cutouts from that time. Look at all of this. Look at all of this information. For that alone, I think this is a very important game, even if it's not the best game I've played gameplay-wise. I think it's just very simple, and it comes down to a lot of dice rolling, which is not a bad thing for me, but I would assume would be a problem for some people.
Loco Lucas. In this game, you play wrestlers and you go into a ring and your purpose is to be the last one standing. It's more of a party game-ish, I feel like.
Yeah.
We played it with 2 players, did not enjoy it that much. But with more people, it's kind of fun. So you play a wrestler and try to defeat the one that's already in the ring. So you could be in the ring already with your wrestler.
Yeah.
I play a card and try to defeat him. And how can I defeat him? Each wrestler has stats. You just have to make sure that 2 of these stats are higher than the other wrestlers. And if they are, then you win the ring and get a special power card that next time will give you +2 strength for a wrestler.
This is your favorite to like poke my eye like for half the game.
Yeah. You could physically do it and make the game even more fun, but he didn't let me. It's a game where you go with the flow, like wrestling. Just have fun, go with the flow, have a good time. It doesn't take yourself too seriously.
Evenfall is a tableau building, hand management, resource management, card drawing bonanza. This is a fantasy themed card game, and what you do in this game is trying to score the most points possible, and you do that by playing cards. You could play this card in this spot, and then at the end of the game it will give you points for something. Or you could place it in another spot and it will give you some points, but will give you an ability throughout the game. Play those cards, you have to pay with other cards. Here come the decisions, which cards do I pay with, these or that, and then there's some worker placement also involved. This is great. It stays in, no, it's in my collection.
No, it's friends.
No.
It's friends.
Well, I'm your friend, so I...
that is true, but...
so it's in my collection.
It's
gonna
friends.
be. No, it's my collection.
It's your friend's
It's
collection.
in my collection. It's great. I can't wait to play it again.
So, it's Mindbug. They sent us new decks with
Okay.
new powers that I tried out. and I really enjoyed the game with the new decks as well. If you have at least one deck, I would suggest getting another one. Mindbug is a dueling game where one player plays against one, and the cool part is that you have these Mindbugs where you can steal other players' cards.
Yeah,
if you play as powerful beast, I can play Mindbug and steal it and know it's my beast.
But you can only do that twice throughout the game, so use those carefully.
New cards just present new powers, new mechanisms. For example, if one card stays there on the table for a longer time, it evolves and gets better and better and stronger, so you want to kill it fast. I really like it. It's in my collection.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Mindbug is great.
And new decks keep coming out.
Yeah,
so
there's another one coming out soon.
Yeah, you won't run out of content for sure.
I only bring good games. Same thing for freelancers. Story-based worker placement game, I guess. You just quickly place workers and then resolve them. It's not a deep gameplay game. Essentially, it's a story game where you go through a story with making some choices and some skill checks. Great story, great voice narration, and it can be played up to 7 players. Almost like a Dungeons & Dragons session where you'll open a book, and in that book you have different places where you can send your guy and do that action. This is my collection. What can I tell you? I only brought great games. Nothing that you're gonna keep, Mr. Critical. Let's see.
RuneScape is
No, it's
a video
Run,
game.
Escape, Kingdoms.
Woo! You're old, dude. Don't do that. You know when a trend is dead when a dad does it.
That's the moment it dies. And now kids all over the world go like, just feels wrong somehow.
Yeah.
Shouldn't do it anymore.
RuneScape is a video game that I played my whole childhood. So obviously when I saw that they are coming out with a board game, I was super excited. Then they offered to send it to us. We said, yes, please do.
No, you said, yes, please, yes.
They don't need to know the details.
Oh, sorry.
The begging on the knees, we don't need that. And you know how it is when you get hyped and then play a game and it just, yeah. None of that here.
What?
I freaking loved it. I haven't gotten far. I've just started playing it really. How it just shows off the video game, how it's grindy, how you level up all the freaking time. Any move you do, you level up. So it's a cooperative game where you travel through the world of RuneScape and you go through these places and collect resources, as well do events, read stories from there and do tests. But the time passes only when you finish your turn in a big city. So you kind of control the time there. You can kind of grind your skills up and you have your character sheet where you get XP points every time you do a test. So you level up really quickly, you get resources really quickly. It's a really feel-good game all the time. I'll show you one card, okay? A really small spoiler. This guy, I met this guy on the street.
The noob.
The noob.
Give coins for sword, please. Goateed man says with a blank expression on his default features.
The noob is the buzzword of my childhood. Everybody just was yelling it, well, towards me. But I still have fond memories of it. I like it a lot. But I've just started to play it, really enjoy it. As a sucker for the IP.
I was gonna say, you're a fanboy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for watching. Let us know which games you'd like to see reviews of these. And don't forget to support us to see that extra video every month. We do also have merch.
We have merch.
You know what? Just go check our merch out now.